This time around, I'm doing my favorite Adam Jones or Tool riffs. I'm going to be using the Epiphone, the Adam Jones Veil of Bees. And there have been some new changes to the board. Nothing too crazy, but it's different than the ones that you guys saw last time a little bit. The Gibson guitar, the Les Paul that I used to have, I don't have that anymore. It was a Studio, a red, like kind of wine red Studio. I don't have that anymore because a couple of people had asked me about that, and I don't own that guitar no more. And so we're doing my favorite Tool riffs. We want to see if I can also like show you guys how I play them. They're not going to be completely accurate to how Adam plays them, but that's the way I play them and the way I've seen him play them sometimes. So let's get started. One of my favorite riffs is the Grudge. Both Marshall and the dual rectifier, and it sounds really good. So yeah, that's the Grudge. That's one of my favorites. So that's how I play that riff. And it's 3, 5, 0. And then 3, 0, 0. And then you do like a little hammer-on thing there. That's basically how I play it. Now, someone said at the very end of Rosetta, I'm not sure which part you're talking about. Yeah, that's how you play that. Now, another one of my favorite riffs is actually in Rosetta Stone. So it's after the I'm not sure of the timestamp on the song, but it's the basically kind of like Invincible a little bit, and it kind of sounds like Third Eye as well. So it's open D, open A, and then 2 on your D string, and then 3 on your D and A, and then open D. That one I really like it because it sounds like Third Eye, and then it leads me into the next one. that. It sounds really nice. So same flanger settings, and he is using the one regular setting DD3 that he's always used. Another thing that I really like about the Third Eye is the little variations of that riff. So for the middle part, so yeah, I really like that. So it's, I'm sorry, my guitar is really out of tune. I went back to using regular slinkies because that's all I had. And if you press on them a little too hard, they do get a little sharp. So, and that's because I haven't ordered any skinny top heavy bottoms. But yeah, I'm using regular slinkies right now. And yes, this is one of the ones that Adam uses for his Gibson. Big shout out to my boy Arthur. Sent me this, messaged me randomly. Hey, check a package from UPS, and then I went outside and it was out there. So thank you so much for the strap, man. I really appreciate it. And but yeah, so it's all on 12 and then 14 on your D string. And then you go into 8. On the live version, that's how he's playing it. In the album version, I think he is not playing the whole that part. I think he's just hitting the notes though for like the 14. But yeah, that's how I play it, and like I play the way he does live. But from like others, like videos, like instrumentals and stuff, he's playing it a little bit different, or it might be just the way that it was mastered and it sounds. Because there's a lot of stuff on Inoculum that's in the background that you don't really hear. So maybe it could be one of those things. Let's see. Another riff that I really like is the Patient. So the opening. And I was playing this wrong. I still play it wrong. He plays it with his pinky. Yeah, I can't play like that. I play it the lazy way, so it's... My mistake was that I did a cover of it or a tutorial on it, and I was not letting the notes ring out, so I was just doing. When in reality, you're supposed to let the. And that's how he plays it. does like right, or it's something about it I like. So that leads me into descending. So I'm using the CE2 with the DD3, and he's now he did used to play this with the BF2 when they started doing the song like live, like in 2016 or whenever it was. And also he had the tone knob rolled down quite a lot, so it was during the 2016-2018 period that they were doing the song live, he would turn the tone knob a little bit off, and he would roll it back a little bit, and then he would use the BF2 flanger. And I like it both ways. And then on the album, he doesn't even use the CE2 or the BF2 at all. So for the live versions, yeah, he is using the CE2 now. Another riff that I like is also from that song. It's the one at the very end, but this might be a little controversial, but I think the way it was written the first time around when they did it live, like in 2016, sounds a whole lot better, in my opinion, than the one in the album. So in the album, he is... So let me go and let me play it and then I'll explain it. So in the album is... It's not bad. I like it a lot. The first time I heard it, like I was like, "Yo, this is really good." But something about the more like slower version that they did before sounds really good. And he also used the BF2 flanger. Tone rolled all the way down again, and he was letting the delay do most of the work. So. So that's how he used to play it back then. Now he does the and it doesn't sound bad at all, but I still like the way he did it way before. Another one, another riff that I really like is the same for descending, the clean part. So the like how it builds up. Starts a little bit, you know, palm muted, and then he like starts opening up, and then it sounds really huge. So. Playing that wrong. The first time he plays that riff, he does a little, like a little pull off. So. That's the first time he does a little pull off. Second time he does it, there's no pull off. So. And for that, I'm using the other DD3 that's set up for that song specifically. You can leave it on because it goes on to the next riff that I like from the same song. So. Section, I enjoy it. It sounds really good when you're playing it with the walk. Playing that part. It's kind of tricky to play. I've seen people play here too. But it sounds a little bit better here. And again, just DD3 and then the wall for you know, when he starts doing the little range bit. There we go. Another riff that I really like is the main riff for Inoculum. So it's volume all the way up, tone up. Depending on how your tone knob is set, like how it's set up. I like to roll mine all the way down. Inoculum is the and rolled all the way down, and then with the way you like hold the strings, like if you let them ring out, there's like this like little dissonant sound, and it sounds really nice. You can hear it more on the album because of like the diesel amp, but right now it's kind of harder to hear, but it's there. Let me see your question again, bro. I couldn't really understand, and it doesn't even let me see the comments. Live chat. How do you handle the following part in Fear with only one GTR on that? What do you mean by that? Because the following part, it would be so I do that, and then I hit the delay, and then I start using the volume pedal. So I do. Sometimes you have to kind of like time it perfect, or else you're gonna get like that wonky, like delay, mistake sound. So just beware of that. And then that's basically the riff. And then a lot of people might be mad that I'm not gonna do any Undertow riffs, because I don't really listen to Undertow that much. I don't mind it. It's probably it's my least favorite, I can say, but there's not like a riff in there that kind of like catches my attention. I kind of like Bottom, or not Bottom. I don't remember the name of the song. That's how bad I am with the Remembering Undertow. I don't really listen to it, but I kind of like Bottom too. That's the other riff that I kind of like. Not my favorite album by any means. I know a couple of songs. I know Undertow. song, like sat down and practiced it. Yeah, I don't know how to play it, but that's all I know. And then anything from Opiate, I'm not a like big Opiate fan either. Cold and Ugly has a pretty good riff though, if I remember how to play it. Yeah. So I think I don't think I'm leaving anything out. Those are the riffs that I like to play the most, and then a lot of these don't use that many effects. Just BF2 flanger and DD3 delay when needed. Actually, I am leaving one riff out. Tempest, the second solo, I think. So you need the carbon copy with the expression to have the two different settings. But this right here is probably, like, to me, my favorite riff in that song. Sounds really nice, especially after doing the little wah thing. Going into that part, it's always nice. So a little pinch harmonic there. Setting on the carbon copy, so the same one that I'm using for Pneuma, but the Pneuma is heeled back. I saw a comment about a carbon copy. Let's see. Are you still using the carbon copy for Tempest? Yes. I have two carbon copies on the board right now. I have one for Tempest and one for Pneuma. So the Pneuma, because for Tempest I use also the D3 because there's two different delay settings for that song. But the fast one is for that part that I was just playing. Let me turn up the mix on that because it's actually pretty low. There we go. So now you can hear it. that's fun as hell to play, honestly. I don't know why I almost forgot to put that one in there, but that one is really fun to play. But yeah, I have 2 carbon copies. That one you heard was for Tempest, the other one for Pneuma, and then the other one doesn't have an expression pedal. It's kind of like the Tempest one, slightly faster. I use that for Schism. And then he's playing that live like that. So and then the fast part. Down, but I'm trying to remember if I don't have anything else that I really like. Right now, both of those, you're listening to both of those amps. Those are the only amps that I have right now. I got rid of my Line 6, so I'm not using my Access Virus right now. It's still here, but I just don't use it. I have to buy a PA whenever I can, whenever I have time to do that, but I'm using both of those. Same settings as always. Thank you, bro. Yeah, that's how I have it. Same as the last time that I showed you guys, except I did make some changes, and I am going to show them to you and explain and talk a little bit about it, because a bunch of people asked me about how the board was built and stuff like that, and like dimensions and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go over that, and also I did change something on the board to the vertical parts. Let me see. No, I've always picked like that. I don't know if you've seen my older videos, but I used to hold the pick like this, and I would strum like that. And then I kind of started just doing it like that. Just because it felt a little bit more comfortable. When I would do it with 3 fingers, it would get in the way, and it was not that, it didn't feel that good to play. So I started doing this, and it gives me more of like a little, I think this is what everyone says, like the little more percussive. So you have, more of that thing going on, especially for like, push it. I don't know if you guys can see me. It looks like it froze. But if you guys still can, that's basically it. Actually, I have to fix this because I don't want to post this, or I think I might just have to end up doing it again. I got a phone call during the middle of this, and I would have to redo it. Hold on, let me move something around. I'm gonna have to start the stream over again, because there's nothing I can do right now or actually no, I do this. There we go. Can you guys see me now? I can see myself moving now on the thing. All right, sweet. Yeah, so I pick like that because it's a little bit more percussive. I think that's what everyone says too. For the lateralis solo. That's why he has the little marks right here on the side of his pickup because of his pinky. You know, using that for support. I usually just use the bridge for support, but he uses the little side here. That's why it's all scratched up. But I don't. Oh, I don't think I'm missing anything else on the riffs. So let me talk about any like the new stuff that some of the new stuff that I did for the board. For the guitar, I think I already mentioned it. I took off the neck pickup cover. I'm not a fan of it, and I like how it looks like this. It reminds me of his 81 with the black tuners. Then let me mute this so that I can hear you guys, and you guys can hear me a little bit better. And then I have the strap. Again, shout out to Arthur. It has a little. Probably can't see it. This little thing right here, it's pretty nice and heavy. And I'm using strap blocks, just like Adam. The Ernie Ball ones. I have the red ones on my other guitars. This is the only one that has black ones. But that's pretty much how the guitar is. I haven't done any modifications to it. It's just, standard Veilabis. Just with the removed neck pickup cover. Let me make sure to turn this around so I can show you guys. Alright, so for the board, nothing much has changed other than the 2 carbon copies. I used to have the other one up there, up right there in that section. And the board is actually slightly different than before. Before, the vertical parts were a little bit taller. So the uprights were way taller and not accurate, and I had to get them redone. And they, it's the same angle. It's a 46-degree angle, I think. And you just have to solder it. You have to solder it back into the pickup. But yeah, the angle, the angle is the same. It's just they're not as tall. And, my OCD would always trigger me seeing how tall they were and how inaccurate it was. I'm sorry. But nothing really has changed other than the 2 carbon copies are now up there. And then the expression pedal, I have it off to the side. As you can see, my line 6 is not here no more, and I moved this back to like against the wall. That's the other the amps. The height of the board, the short side of the verticals, it's 3 inches, and then the back is 5, and then they are 5 inches deep. And it's just aluminum angle with black felt. And it was kind of a pain when I put it back together because since the verticals are different now, I had to, screw them back in. And at first I messed up and this part was all crooked. It was going like that. And, now I fixed it. So it was a pain to fix. But I got the 8-inch lights. They're screwed on, finally. They're 8-inch, I'm sorry. The 6-inch, I put those away. I went back to using the 535Q. The 535. This is the original one. I did have the 25th or 20th anniversary, whatever anniversary it is. I do have that one, but I took it off the board. I'm trying those chorus settings right now because I found out, or we found out actually, I should say, that he is using 2 different chorus settings. These are the first ones that he started using, and then he started doing the other ones that you've seen in pictures. And then under here, I have the amp splitter, the laser, the chorus settings, BF2, DD3s. This is the one he's using for everything. EQ. Nothing up here, but as you can see, I have all the cables running through nicely down there. That's the plug-in for the 2 lights. That's for the Voodoo Labs. And then behind the Voodoo Labs, I have like that other power daisy chain pedal power supply. Everything is basically now identical. I have tried. Well, the 20th anniversary is the 535Q, so it basically it sounds similar, and he has used it live. So it sounds once you're live, it probably doesn't sound as. It probably you won't hear a difference, but once you play it here, like a little bit more quiet, you do hear like some subtle differences. Sorry for the shaky phone, but that's basically what I got going on with the board. The laser, because it's really important. Actually, like I didn't think it would be, this important to have it, but it's really fun to have it now because I can, have the 3 different ones. So I have really clean. Oh, that's all the way off. Right there at the line, that's clean. Then this is like a clean crunch for like the Pneuma intro, and then all the way on. So that's how I have that. And the length of it is 46 also. And yeah, that's basically the board. That's the guitar. You can see the other guitars that I have the red strap blocks. Oh, that one over there has black ones. The leather strap is not a special order. You're gonna get these from the Gibson store. But it's really nice quality, nice and heavy. It smells really good when you open it. Except the only thing that's I think different from like the one he has is that the one he has all the other like Oddfellow, the little pins. Yeah, I have this original one, and I have a Rev 3 that's brand new, and then the 20th anniversary one. I thought I saw another comment that was asking something. Yeah, that one I would also have to give a big shout out to the Hilton Pro, and obviously the LDR2, but that's like impossible to get. But yeah, let me back away and show you the board. I guess the angle doesn't really matter. It's just I wanted it to be exactly the same as Adam's, and that's why I went all crazy and managed to get all of that. Let me show you the settings for the amps. That's the Marshall. And then those are the dual rectifier ones. This one has the master volume in the back. I'm not going to be able to show you that, but yeah, the master volume is in the back. This one I have it on the front. So I have 2 different master volume settings. So when I'm playing like loud, or when I'm playing like a regular kind of like today. So those are the dual rectifier settings. And I'm using the orange channel. So that's that. And I'm doing both of these are the same. That one is brand new though, and then that one is the 1960s AV. Yeah, my BF3 I sold it about like 2 months ago. I did have the BF3 back when he had it up there, but got rid of it. It didn't sound bad. It just sounded a little bit too artificial, if that makes sense. It sounded very metallic. Yeah, if you get the mini 535Q, it should get you really close. Like I said, the 20th anniversary one got pretty close, but this one sounds a little bit more growlier. but the other one sounds really nice as well. So I have no complaint with the other one. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. But yeah, that's basically it. If I do anything else, another change to anything I do, and to see if he does any changes, because his board's been like this since the beginning of the since the beginning of like the tour from like 2022. So it hasn't changed other than the volume pedal. He had the LDR2 for a bit, and he had one carbon copy up there, and that's about it. He did change this to GE7 for a bit, but those were during COVID, like the 2020 shows, the last 2020 shows on Australia and New Zealand. So that's how that happened. I don't know if I'm missing anything else. Peterson, I don't have the blue one anymore, the blue Peterson tuner. The CA5 is amazing. Really like this pedal. I actually had to get mine fixed because the light, I don't know if it was the power supply or what, but the light was not working on mine until I got the Voodoo Labs, and now it works perfectly fine. So most of the pedals that are on this side right here, actually all the pedals that are on this side, are being powered by the pedal power 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then these right here are being powered, and the power supply, and the amp switcher are being powered by that other brick. So I have that running. And then it goes from the PSM5, so micro amp, the volume pedal, and then over there the amp splitter, which the amp splitter, I think it's just for the LED lights because it's not active. Yes, I have seen it. Apparently it's really heavy. He wanted to have like a really heavy guitar, and that's why they made that for him. And then I will eventually get a rug because it's pretty bald looking here. And then there's a big mess on this side because we're organizing still. We're trying to put everything together. But, now I have posters. I got stuff going on like right here with the guitars. So it's going to come along. I have to get some of these posters framed as well. But, yeah, I still have the slide holder. I don't really feel like getting rid of that just because it kind of looks empty there. Other than that, though, that's about it. I think that's the most I can talk to you guys about with the board. If you guys have any questions, comment please. I'm more than happy to respond. I will get a VH4 soon. I'll still keep reminding you guys until I get one because it is a big part of the sound, and it's it's like essential. Speaking of that, the essential pedals, because a lot of people have asked me if a lot of these are necessary. Not really. If you want like just essential pedals, get a BF2, a DD3, or any delay for that matter. As long as it's like a digital delay, you should be fine. And then a wah, make sure it's the 535 or the 535Q if you are like on a budget or if it's easier to find. And then an EQ. Those are the more essential pedals. So those three, EQ, BF2. It has to be a BF2 because the other ones don't sound similar. You can get away by like using the Japanese one. That one is pretty nice. I still have mine. So you can get away with it because it sounds really close. But the Taiwan, this one right here, sounds even better, and it sounds closer. So that's that. I have two of these. One of them is a backup one. This one is my friend Mike's. He gave me this. Light doesn't work on it though. It did work for a bit, but I think I might have messed it up or something. But the pedal works perfectly fine. And then whatever volume pedal you can get, as long as it's an active one, or if you're using a passive one, just get the Oxid because that pot is gonna definitely get like very scratchy eventually. And yeah, that's basically it. You can get a little combo DSL 40C with a VH4 pedal, and then it gets you really, really close. Yeah, man, and I'm actually thinking of doing like an album run through. To show you how he's using the effects and which part of the song. So I was thinking of doing one for Anima, one for Lateralis, one for 10,000 Days, and then one for Fear Inoculum. Let me show you the BF2 settings. I have two settings. So I have the classic ones and then the new ones. The new ones, the res is turned up a little bit. But yeah, those are the settings. I don't know if you can see them. And then for cables, I'm using EBS, MXR,
Mogami, and I think they're live wire, the blue ones. I'm using EBS all right here, and then right there. Live wire for like the longer ones, like the 12 inch 2 feet ones. And then Mogami for like right there, that's Mogami Gold. Guitar cable is Mogami, and then the one, I only have one Mogami to go from the amp splitter to the amp. And then the other one, the green one, that's the Fender cable. But yeah, that's basically how I have that going on. I have it running through the back, and then it's going into the amps. So that's basically it. I don't think I have anything else. But that's the board. That's definitely how that is set up. You can see in the back the splitter right there. Probably hard to see it, but it's right there. And yeah, that's how I have it. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. And like I said, I'll be more than happy to make other videos and like going to the run through with the albums, showing you how he's hitting the effects for what part, for whatever part like that's on the song. So we can do like top to bottom, and start with like Stinkfist and then end with Third Eye. But yeah, again, have a good ass day, you guys, and leave your questions in the comments, and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. Peace.